Okay, it's time to get serious here on the rural project. So I've purchased myself one of these saw blades for the FS450, and it's time to work my way through the Chinese bush. Time to get serious. Look at that monster. That thing is going to chop down the bushes right at the base. Well, let's get into it and see how well it works. Let's get this FS450 with that woodcut saw blade on the end. Let's get it into some of this Chinese bush and see what sort of damage we can do. Well, that is what we've got to cut down. Chinese bush. Cut it down at the base, and with any luck, it's not going to grow back. Well, this thing sure does make it easy, but I've got the whole of this hill to have a crack at, so I think I better get busy. Well, sure does make light work of it. Well, sure does make light work of it. Well, sure does make light work of it if you look behind me how much I've got done in just sort of 5 minutes. But gotta say, I've hit a couple of stones already. There's stones everywhere on this hill. Hit a couple of stones already, and it's certainly a lot duller than it was. But I'm going to carry on. I'm just going to see how much I can get done, because most of the stuff is very thin. Even when it's dull, it's just nipping its way through there pretty easily. Right, I'll bring you guys back in a little while. Well, I'm not sure how well this is going to come out, because two things. One, it's coming very grey, and it's raining. It seems to rain every time I start working on these Chinese bushes. But then also, as you can tell, it's getting dark. It's about 6:30, 7 o'clock. I've basically done a complete swathe all the way down here. I think I'm about a third of the way along. The saw blade on the FS450 is well and truly blunt. I don't know how many rocks I've hit, hundreds. I got to the point of giving up trying to avoid them. It was so blunt, but it's been working its way through. I do have another saw blade, so I may fit that on tomorrow morning. Let's see what the weather's like and whether I actually come back down here and do some more work. But I've done well, really well. I'll bring you guys back next time. Well, the next morning, it's pretty pleasing to see what I got done last night. So from that big tree there, basically all the way up and down, all of that lot was cut down, and then you can see, hopefully you can see around about here, it's hard to work out with the camera, right about there, the bushes start to that side. Today I'm going to go grab all of these bushes and get them into a burn pile, but I'm not doing a burn off today because there's strong winds forecast. But yeah, I'm going to carry on cutting down all of that lot. Right, let's go gather some bushes. Wow, done good, but still only a fraction of what I cut yesterday, so got to keep going. But geez, it's hot work. With the rain yesterday and then the sun coming out today, it's extremely humid. I'm walking them down these hills, bloody tough going. Rocks and roots and branches all over the floor, and it's pretty steep. It doesn't show it on camera how steep it is, but yeah, it's certainly a workout up and down this hill. But I'm going to keep going, and I'll bring you guys back once I've got this completed. Right, okay, it is now 1 o'clock. I have basically completed, cut down, dragged into piles, everything, let's say halfway up the hill. It's a massive amount. There are 2 big burn piles, and yeah, there's only 50 meters from that line there to the top, so not a huge amount left to do, but I am done for today. This is such hard work. It's been a 3 t-shirt day, so on my 3rd t-shirt I need to go back up to the container and go get myself something to eat for lunch. In the end I used this a fair bit, but I actually kept it for any of the big stuff, just to try and keep the blade sharp, because yeah, absolutely stuffed the other blade. And because we've had rain over the last few days, and we had rain last night, I actually ended up pulling out, I'd say most of this section here, I ended up pulling most of that out just by hand, and so pulled it out, roots and all. But any of the big pieces that were dotted around there, they all got cut down with a saw. Right, there's a small section over there that needs to be dragged down here, but like I said, I'm done for the day. I'm gonna go have something to eat and then go play in the excavator. Right, I'll bring you guys back hopefully tomorrow. Nate's gonna come down to the land with me, and with any luck, all that lot done. That's the plan. Let's see if I can do it. Right, we are back here at the land again. It's Sunday morning, a little bit breezy, but nice and cool, so it's going to be good for a hard day's work. Right, so let's have a quick recap of how much we've done. So that area over there, Nathan and his mate came, so they did 8 hours, so there's 8 hours doing that section. Nathan and I came, 16 hours. So Nathan and I came on a night and did sort of 4 hours in this area as well, and then did about another 6 hours the next day, so that's another 20 hours, so 36 hours. So I came on Friday night, did about 4 hours, so we're at 26, we're at 30, and then I'll do maybe another 6 hours today, and I'm hoping between myself and Nathan, who's coming in a couple of hours time, we can get that whole area done. I've done absolutely amazing, I've got to say it myself. Done really well to get rid of all this. When you look at what it looked like, and obviously that there is the boundary between us and the neighbours, so you can kind of see what it used to look like compared to what it looks like now. I've never seen that area there that was cleared maybe 5 months ago, never seen it with green on. Normally it's always looked like this, and I'm really hoping that because of clearing this, we're going to actually start getting a bit of green in here. I'm not so sure, it's pretty rocky and dry, but time will tell. Right, I'm going to set the time lapse up. I'm going to make a start on this lot first, and we'll see how we get going. Everywhere you look, there's Chinese bush. Right, as you can see, making great progress, and the smart one in me says I'll carry on pulling these out. And poor old Nathan, when he comes, he can have the job of running up down the hill with bundles of bushes in his arms. Right, let's keep going. This section done, we'll just move on to the next section, and what I'm trying to do is working a bit of a grid, just working my way along so I don't end up sort of, you know, moving and missing a whole heap of plants and having to walk back. I'm trying to do it so I get the least amount of walking, because like I said before, it's seriously rocky and steep on here, and the amount of times I fall over, the less walking I do, the better, I think. Right, let's keep going. Just thought I'd bring you up higher. So this is the property boundary up the hill, and as you can see, we've cleared an awful lot of plants there, but I am now going to position you up high looking down the hill, and I think what we'll do is we'll finish this complete section all the way down to the bottom, and then I'll simply move over that way 20-30 meters and go from the top all the way down again. Whoo, let's do it. Right, okay, that's that section done. I'm going to move the camera and move myself that way, so 30 meters, something like that. Work my way down the next section. What I've just done, been down to the car and grabbed a big jug of water. Yesterday, got pretty dehydrated doing this for hours and hours. I want to make sure I don't do that again today. While I was out, grabbed the snake kit. Only because I'm down low in some nooks and crannies, and I'm working my way through pulling all these branches and bushes out. I'm hoping there's no snakes. I've got music going, so hopefully they're just going to bugger off somewhere else. But you never know. While I saw it, I thought, do you know what? Let's just bring it and have it here just in case. I hope this camera shows just how bloody steep this hill is. It is a killer up and down here. I'm out of breath just walking up it once. Right, well, let's get the camera moved and let's get the next section done. And just so you can see, clearing Chinese bush. Jeez, it's a bloody dangerous game, eh? Both arms absolutely sliced to pieces with this bush. That's just pulling it out. When you go and grab the big bundles and walk down the hill, dragging it, it cuts you and slices you again. It's too warm to wear a jumper. So anyway, we'll keep going. Well, I'm glad that section's over, and I deserve a rest now, something to eat and drink, and a bit of a half-hour rest, I think, before I tackle the final section. When I look over there, it doesn't look too bad. But what I did find is the further I got down the hill, the harder the soil, the drier the soil, and the harder the plants to pull out. So yeah, that's for definite. This rain that had hit this area certainly made a big difference. Now the soil's a little bit soft, a bit damp and soft. But yeah, got to get a little bit of energy back, and we'll go tackle the next section. Pretty certain today we will be done. It's now 12:30. I'm going to go get some lunch and that, so I must be back here about 1:30. And take an hour and a good rest. It's pretty physical, this. So have a good rest, and we'll see you guys back in an hour. And I'm guessing it's going to take an hour or an hour and a half to finish that section off. So I should be good for having this done today. Yes. Right, see you in a bit. Well, guess what? We are done. Every Chinese bush on this hill, on this property, has been pulled out. As you can see, there is just piles waiting to be burned absolutely everywhere. But that will be another day, because we are absolutely pooped right now. So Nathan's just busy there, sort of making small piles into big piles, getting them further and further down the hill all the time. And he's just said he's the same as me. Absolutely shredded. Even my side. That was from carrying a big branch and skidding on the steep hill and loose ground, and then taking a tumble and landing on the pile of bushes I was dragging down the hill, and they just sliced and diced and scratched me. Right, we'll get some more of these bushes moved out of the way, and then we'll bring you back. I got a little dirty tash there. It's from wiping my face with dirty gloves. Yeah, that's right, boy. Get moving. Work faster. Faster, boy. Come on. I'm sat down resting. I've done all the work today and you done nothing. Work faster. Don't work harder, don't work smarter, just work faster. You done? Yep. That's it from us for today. We're bruised and battered, but pretty happy we got it all done. But stick around, there's some great trail cam footage to watch.